Today, let us discuss about nephron, which is present in human. Nephron is the structural and functional unit of kidney. It consists of two parts, namely glomerulus and renal tubule. It consists of glomerulus and renal tubule. Glomerulus is a tuft of capillaries which are formed by the branching of efferent arteriole of renal artery. Formed by the efferent arteriole of renal artery. This is called glomerulus. This tuft of capillaries is called glomerulus. These glomerular capillaries will form efferent arteriole again, which carries the blood away from the glomerulus. And the next part is renal tubule. It begins with Bowman's capsule, which encloses the glomerulus. This Bowman's capsule is double-walled cup shaped structure, which consists of outer parietal and inner visceral layers. Both of them are lined with squamous epithelial cells. The squamous epithelial cells of visceral epithelium will have special cells called podocytes with slit pores. With pores, they are in intricate fashion like sieve to filter the blood. So this glomerulus and Bowman's capsule together is called Malpighian body or renal corpuscle. So this nephron is structural and functional unit of kidney. It consists of two parts, namely glomerulus, renal tubule. Glomerulus is tuft of capillaries which is formed by the branching of efferent arteriole of the renal artery. Glomerular apparatus form efferent arteriole, and renal tubule begins with the Bowman's capsule, which encloses glomerulus. Bowman's capsule is double-walled cup-shaped structure which consists of outer parietal layer lined with squamous epithelial cells and inner visceral layer lined with squamous epithelial cells, and also the podocytes with slit pores. So the Malpighian body or the Malpighian capsule is also called renal corpuscle, which is formed by the by both the structures that are glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. Coming to the proximal convoluted tubule here, this Bowman's capsule leads into PCT or proximal convoluted tubule, which is present in the cortical region, which is present in the cortex of the kidney. This is highly coiled and surrounded by the peritubular network, peritubular capillary network. This PCT or proximal convoluted tubule is lined with cuboidal epithelium with brush border cells and provided with microvilli, and this is the advantage to increase the surface area for absorption. And these cells also contain mitochondria because energy is needed to perform active absorption and secretion into the tubule. And the loop of Henle is the hairpin bent or hairpin loop which is present in the medulla. This is present in the medullary region. And here distal convoluted tubule or DCT, this ascending limb of the loop of Henle leads into the distal convoluted tubule, which is the coiled part, which this will be close to the Malpighian body. This will be not here like that. This will be close to the Malpighian body. The DCTs of many nephrons, they lead into straight tube that is called collecting duct. Many collecting ducts converge and open into renal pelvis. Renal pelvis. They open into renal pelvis. Through what? Medullary pyramids. Through medullary pyramids, they, in the calyces, they open into the pelvis. Many collecting ducts. These collecting ducts enter into medulla and form duct of Bellini. Ducts of Bellini. And what is vasa recta? The efferent arteriole from the glomerular forms fine capillary network around the renal tubule. That is called peritubular network. This is called efferent arteriole. This forms a fine network, capillary network. That is called peritubular capillary network. A minute vessel from this peritubular capillaries will, what happens? A minute vessel of this network, it runs parallel to the Henle's loop and it forms U-shaped vasa recta. U-shaped vasa recta will be formed. U-shaped vasa recta will be formed. A minute vessel from this peritubular network runs parallel to the Henle's loop, that will form U-shaped vasa recta, which may be absent or reduced in cortical nephrons. What are cortical nephrons? There are two types of nephrons called cortical nephrons and juxtamedullary nephrons. Cortical nephrons have very short loop of Henle and extends very little into the medulla, whereas juxtamedullary nephrons, they have very long loop of Henle and runs deep into the medulla. That is about the cortical nephrons and juxtamedullary nephrons. Now, what is juxtaglomerular apparatus? Juxtaglomerular apparatus, that is very, very important. For what? Juxtaglomerular apparatus is there. What is, first of all, juxtaglomerular apparatus? The epithelial cells of distal convoluted tubule that come in contact with efferent arteriole, distal convoluted tubule with efferent arteriole will be more dense. That is called macula densa. Those cells which are dense, which come in contact with the DCT, is called macula densa. And the wall of the efferent arteriole alongside of this macula densa contains modified cells called juxtaglomerular cells. Juxtaglomerular cells are JG cells. Macula densa plus JG cells, it forms JG apparatus, juxtaglomerular apparatus. What is its function? It regulates blood pressure and also GFR, glomerular filtrate rate. How it regulates? It secretes what is known as renin. This renin is different from this renin. This renin is concerned with digestive system. It is helpful to digest the milk protein, casein. But this renin is concerned with the excretory system in kidney, secreted by the JG cells to regulate blood pressure coming into the glomerulus and also GFR, glomerular filtrate rate. So tomorrow let us discuss about the formation of urine.